Breaking news hit the timeline and the blog started humming when Nelly allegedly went public with some heavy claims about Charlamagne Tha God and his reported 5-year, $200 million extension with iHeartMedia. Now, before y'all start screaming hate or jealousy, slow down, because Nelly wasn't talking money envy, he was talking power plays. According to what's being reported, Nelly didn't just congratulate Charlamagne and keep it pushing. Nah, he allegedly framed that massive deal as part of what he calls a humiliation ritual, a pattern where corporate media rewards people who publicly feud with him while freezing him out of the same rooms. And damn, that's a serious accusation if true. Nelly's alleged stance is this: corporations don't confront him directly, they isolate him strategically. Instead of resolving disputes or negotiating fairly, they elevate voices that clash with him, flood them with access, visibility, and checks so big they blind the public from asking deeper questions. And in his words, that's not coincidence, that's design. He reportedly claimed this isn't new behavior either. According to Nelly, this pattern has been playing out for years, quietly but consistently. And this is where it gets uncomfortable, because he didn't just throw random names out there, he pointed straight at industry giants. Nelly allegedly cited 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Cameron, and NORE as examples of artists who, after public tension or fallout with him, went on to receive major industry backing, platforms, or deals. And again, this is all alleged, but the timing is what raised eyebrows. Here's where it gets spicy. Nelly reportedly said he personally approached iHeartMedia roughly 2 years ago with a partnership idea of his own. According to him, it went nowhere. No follow-up, no enthusiasm, radio silence. But suddenly, when another voice that's been critical of him becomes useful, the checkbook flies open. But wait, there's more. Nelly allegedly believes corporations wait for moments where they can weaponize opportunity, not to build bridges, but to send messages. Messages that say, fall in line or we'll crown someone else louder than you. Now, whether you agree with him or not, this ain't just rap beef chatter. This is about how black men navigate corporate power structures that smile progressive but move punitive. It's about who gets rewarded for compliance, who gets punished for independence, and who gets painted as difficult for asking the same seat at the table. Now, let's get into the uncomfortable part, the part folks like to dodge because it forces you to question how the game is really played. Because whether you like Nelly or not, what he's allegedly pointing out taps into a much bigger sickness in the culture. And yeah, it's gossip eyes, so we're not tiptoeing around it. See, when Nelly talks about a humiliation ritual, he's not just ranting, he's allegedly describing a system where corporations don't destroy you outright, they embarrass you publicly while elevating someone else. They don't argue your points, they erase your leverage. That's cleaner, that's safer, and it keeps their hands looking clean while the message still gets delivered loud and clear. And let's be real, corporate media loves conflict as long as it's profitable and controlled. They'll put two black men against each other, give one a mega deal, and then act shocked when the other feels played. That's not competition, that's choreography. And allegedly, Nelly feels like he's been watching this dance happen around him for years. What really got fans talking was his claim about timing. According to what's being reported, Nelly believes these opportunities only materialize when they can be used to undermine his influence. Not when he's winning quietly, not when he's minding his business, but when it sends a signal. That's when the bag drops. Damn. Now here's where some people lose the plot. Folks hear this and immediately say, why is he counting other men's money? That's surface level thinking. This ain't about the dollars, it's about access. It's about who gets platforms, who gets amplified, and who gets framed as the problem child for not playing along. And let's talk about accountability on all sides. If Nelly did approach iHeartMedia with a legitimate deal years ago and got brushed off, that raises questions. But at the same time, perception matters. When you speak publicly about corporate power, you're poking a beast that prefers silence and compliance. High-value moves come with high-cost consequences. Now, this is where the broader lesson kicks in for the community. We love to tell Black artists to own their masters, build their own, and be independent. But the moment someone actually challenges corporate systems out loud, we start calling them bitter, washed, or emotional. That contradiction is killing us. And let's not ignore how humiliation works culturally. Public reward for your rival isn't just business, it's psychological warfare. It tells everyone watching who's favored and who's disposable. And allegedly, Nelly feels like he's been positioned as the example. Now, I want to hear from y'all, because this is bigger than one rapper and one radio host. Do you think corporate media really uses deals and visibility as leverage? Or is Nelly reading too deep into the situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation matters more than people want to admit. And before you go, if you rock with this kind of real, unfiltered breakdown, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and share this with someone who understands how the industry really moves. It's Gossip Eyes, back at it again. But wait, there's always more.